you. All right, I want to ask you a specific question that I'm sure you haven't thought about for a long time. Is there anybody here who believes in magic? Magic. Really? Someone else? Okay, good. I want to tell you about 3 examples that changed my mind about magic. And it's from 3 very different parts of the world. And it's a topic that really didn't cross my mind until recently. But I realized there must be something out there. Because all of these societies throughout the world believe in doing certain things that produce a certain result. When I looked up the meaning of sorcery / magic in Wikipedia, it said that this is the conscious manipulation and or, one second, it's pretty complicated. Autosuggestion there is. Okay, autosuggestion to produce a specific result. Is somebody timing me? You sure? Okay. Okay, so is the conscious manipulation and or autosuggestion to produce a certain result using a specific variety of techniques. And these techniques come from religion, mysticism, occultism, psychology, and of course science. So we have these 5 things coming together to produce, you know, bat tails and spiders and dead rabbits and I don't know, paws of weird beasts in the world, you know, and your grandmother's socks and whatnot. Everything that's smelly and disgusting is in those books. So you put these together and there is something that comes out of it. So, the 3 examples, I'm coming back to this now. The first example is my fellow student Lavoni Bey from Cote d'Ivoire. Back in the days when I studied in Rome, she was like, you have to believe this in my country. We do all sorts of black magic. We turn people into animals, people die, people fall in love, people disappear. You have to believe. And I was like, yeah, Lavon, you know, you can tell all you want, but it just doesn't work this way. I come from a very logical society where science proves everything, so all this funky stuff just does not work. So she was like, okay, let me tell you the story of that guy who miraculously fell in love with a very plainly looking girl. And it was a miracle for everybody. But it turns out, after 2 and 3 years of them dating, which I don't know how it works in Cote d'Ivoire, I thought these people marry after 2-3 days. So anyways, they got married. It turns out she has this specific thing that she does every morning in the bathroom where, I swear to God, she puts stuff in the soap with which he washes his hands. And I see your face, Ryan. It's true, apparently. And then she was telling me, but it just crossed my mind, I don't know if I should say it even, that they turned a very bad criminal into a tiger. See, I'm not very sure about that. But moving swiftly onwards to the second example of a girl called Jana from Ukraine. It's a family story and I'm very personally involved in this. But I know very well what she's been doing for about 11 years now with my cousin. So when they started dating, and it's proven, yeah, like I'll show you how it works. When they started dating, everybody was like, oh my God, what is he doing? So, you know, it was just one bond from hell. It didn't work. On a CD, when you look at them, it just shouldn't work. However, for the first time, my cousin, and I know this guy very well, he's always so picky and you know, he's always so particular about the women he dates. It's always some kind of lawyers, you know, some aristocratic descendants, and I don't know what not. And this girl is just way too plain for him. Like, nobody could understand what the hell is going on. And then, after many years, my aunt, who is in the process of trying to discover what is going on, discovers the following. And it's true because I saw it with my bare eyes. In the pillow, they sleep together. In the pillow inside, not in the pillowcase, in the pillow itself. So she ripped it apart, and then there is this several little flowers put together in a bag with a red thread. And apparently, my aunt decided to take this. Obviously, he couldn't feel it because he slept on it every night. But my aunt took it to a woman in France, because they live there, and the woman comes from Azerbaijan, I think. You know, countries where this kind of stuff is really followed. So the woman said, this has been going on for many years, but the thing why it works is because the guy who did it in the Ukraine is so powerful, he's going to lose his powers in 5 to 10 years because that's how it works. But for now, there is no way you can break this bond. No comment. The third example is from a Sri Lankan woman that I met, who obviously hasn't talked to my aunt, hasn't talked to, who was the first one? Who was the first one?
Your student.
Exactly. Thank you. She hasn't talked to either of those, so she doesn't have a clue, obviously. But in Sri Lanka, it seems the Hindu people follow these things and really believe in this stuff, that there are ghosts out there who follow each one of us. And depending on our strength, they either want to relive their lives in us or not. So she was telling me a very complicated story of, again, turning people into animals, people miraculously disappearing, you know, love stories. Black magic can be good or bad. It's definitely not something for us, I think, because we have a very good proverb